This is the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast, and I'm your host, Trudy Simmons from the Daisy Chain Group, providing platforms for women entrepreneurs to be seen and heard. This platform is for women entrepreneurs that want to hear the real stories of what it takes to be yourself and run a business with all the different hats that you might have to wear. These are the stories of the tenacious, the rebellious, and the resilient women that are working towards the future that they want to build for themselves and their families. Hello and welcome, and I am thrilled and excited to introduce you to Claudia Beard from Starry Llama and I Am Super Capes. Claudia, please tell us about your business.
Hi, as Trudy said, I'm Claudia. I run Starry Llama, which is a fabric making business. I do pouches and bags and bunting and some really new exciting products coming up soon.
Excited to hear about them. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was the charity before your business. And I know that I Am Super Capes has been an absolute love of yours, but why did you decide that every child needed to feel like a superhero, and why is this important to you?
I truly believe every child is a hero. The things that they have to go to and learn is phenomenal. Specifically neurodivergent or special needs children. I have a special needs child. I know what a very scary adult world they can be in, and sometimes they forget to be children. And everyone feels awesome when you put a super cape on. Everyone, you can see adults when you put it on, they puff up and they stand on the superhero pose, and it's just brilliant. And these kids need to be reminded that they're children at the end of the day, and they are freaking awesome.
I know that part of what you've done with that is to get the superhero capes out to hospitals.
Yeah.
And to the kids' wards, because they're in there going through something. How has that impacted you?
Oh, the stories I get back. I mean, I had the one little boy that would take it when he has chemo because it made him feel strong. And to have that mindset when he's going into something that's really terrifying for an adult, never mind a child, it just makes it all worth it.
It really must. And the fact that every child being a superhero is wonderful, and wearing the capes, is the visual that you get with that is empowering in itself. But when you get those stories back, especially from the kids that are in hospitals or in circumstances that they wouldn't normally be in, and with your child being special needs as well, and the fact that you know the impact that can have.
Yeah. And every child, we give children the power to be children. That's our tagline. They need to be reminded that they are a child. And they're awesome, and what they're fighting is on an adult size in teeny tiny bodies.
And brains.
Yeah.
Coping with it all. Yeah, absolutely. And then you decided to make the kits so that kids could make their own.
Yeah.
How has that been going?
That was fantastic. That was largely as a fundraiser. But I just like the idea of kids making capes for kids, and kids using their own creativity and putting into their own specific cape what they need. So we can send out superhero Iron Mans and Wonder Womans and that. But I think at the end of the day, when they're creating their own version of a superhero, that's even better.
So is it other children making capes for other children, or is it making them for themselves?
They have the option. They have the option to either keep it for themselves or send it back to us, and then we can send it on. So yeah, it's however they feel. How
on earth do you manage to make all of these super capes to get out to the hospital? So you've sent hundreds and hundreds of them out.
Yeah, I think we probably about 900. Which is fantastic. Largely I do on my own, but I am lucky that when we have sewing days, we have a group of ladies that get together. We spend the day having the best time cutting and sewing, and we make just so many capes. And I think that they actually get the tactile side of it, and actually seeing what we do and hearing the stories when I tell them about where the capes have gone. Without them, it would be a lot harder.
And I know that you've also done it around the country, so other people have held sewing schools.
I will get packages in the post of even schools that have used it for their textile class, and they've planned out how they're going to design the capes, and the capes that these kids in school have made, with the whole understanding of what it's for. I think it's a fantastic lesson.
It teaches kids as well to realize that there are other kids out there that don't have everything that they have, or that they need a bit more encouragement in what they're going through.
Yeah, exactly.
That's brilliant. How on earth did you run that charity, and you're at home with 3 little boys? How and why did you decide to then go and start your own business?
So my ex left at the end of September 19, which was a huge shock for all of us, and very lucky in this country that I'm on benefits, but I don't want to be on benefits. I wanted to teach my children that, yeah, you've been knocked down, you take the help that you need, but you need to get back up and just carry on. I wanted to do something for me, a creative outlet, something that I could do around the children, something fun. And I love buying fabric.
So tell everybody about the masks.
Wow. I didn't create the business to make masks, but it just so happened that when I started Starry Llama, masks became mandatory. So somebody asked me to make a mask. Never made a mask in my life before. YouTubed, practiced, changed patterns until I got what I liked. And then 7 months later, I made about 1,700 masks. It was phenomenally, brilliantly crazy.
But also it gave people the ability to be individuals in the mask that they got. They could choose the fabric. Yeah,
that was the thing. So I didn't necessarily pre-make them all, which might not necessarily be a good idea, but I made them to order so people could choose exactly the size they wanted and the fabric they wanted. And
I got a mask and I got a matching pouch for my handbag.
Got to be matching.
Got to be. But that is an absolutely phenomenal thing that you did in seeing, well, an opportunity, but also the fact that people were asking you for them.
Yeah.
And with the beginning of your business, 1,700 masks for one person. It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. Yeah.
How on earth are you fitting all of this in with 3 boys at home, and especially with them all being in lockdown as well, and starting your business and running the charity? How are you?
Right now, I'm okay. Back then, it was it was interesting. It was a lot of late nights because the kids were working at the table doing their schoolwork. I could work. I brought my sewing machine in, so I was working at the table essentially as well. And I think it was good for them. I think it was good for them to see that it doesn't come easy. Can't just go out and buy something. That they saw me working hard. They saw me late in the night, early in the mornings. So I think it actually was a good thing that they could physically see me having to make these things and all the fabric and it was tough, but we got through it.
But what an amazing role model as well.
Well, I think they need to learn. I think they need to learn that you have to work. Things don't always come easy. Things are going to knock you down all the time, over and over again. And the only difference is whether you get back up.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get back up.
And you did. And you have.
I did get back up, yeah.
That's amazing. What's one lesson that you've learned that you would want every entrepreneur to know?
That no one is going to come and make you do it. No one is going to make you get out of bed, go downstairs and do the work, whatever. You have the support system, but you have to find that in yourself. And I think when you want to be successful in your business, you will find that. And I've pretty much found that now. Because I want to be successful. I want to have a successful business that I can work around my children and do the things that I want to do without relying on somebody else giving me the money to do it.
Yeah. That's really strong and powerful for other people to hear, I think. I think a lot of the time with people that have their own businesses, there is this want for someone to come and rescue us.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's normal. I think that's 100% normal. And like I said, you need the support system around you, but at the end of the day, it's you.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can do it.
Yeah. And I did.
What is your favorite business book?
I was lucky enough to go and see a lady called Marie Forleo. I can never say it properly. Yep. And it was her tagline of her book that got me, that everything is figure-outable. And it really is. I mean, I figured out how to, and it sounds lame, hang a mirror in my bathroom. I got the drill. I hung the mirror straight. It's still hanging. Everything you can figure you can figure it out. Everything is figure-outable. And if you don't know, go find out how.
What an amazing lesson to tell everybody else as well. And I've read that book too, and it is life lessons of figure it out.
Yeah.
Jump, find the net, it's there. So
we are so lucky to have so much information at our fingertips. There's pretty much nothing that you can't figure out.
Claudia, it has been a pleasure talking to you, and thank you so much for being a part of Shine On You Crazy Daisy in the book. And your chapter is going to inspire so many people to be able to know that with everything going on, everything is figure outable. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast. If you've liked what you've seen today, then please make sure that you click the subscribe button to this channel to see more inspiration and motivation as more of these stories keep coming out. And if you want even more, click on the link below this video and go and have a look at the series of books, Shine On You Crazy Daisy, and get even more inspiration and motivation for you and your business.